What's up, Kevin? How you holding up, man? I want to say thank you for taking time to do an interview with me. Man, we've been knowing each other for what, 18 years?
Nah, it's been
18
longer
years,
than
dog?
that.
How long?
It's been 20 plus years.
20?
20
You've been
plus
coming
years.
out for 20 years. I ain't know it's that long ago.
It's been 20 plus years.
Damn. Do you keep up with everybody time you've been cutting hair like that?
Oh, my clients that's still with me. I
Really?
know who was with me when I first got started.
They still come and get their haircut?
They still come and got a lot of them like you.
God, dog, man, that's fly. All right. So, since you've been cutting me for 20, how long have you actually just been in, let's say, the whole business, out cutting hair, real estate, loan mortgages, the whole shebang?
How long I've been in business? Well, it all started different. Of course, the barbering started. I started this trade soon as about 2 weeks after I walked across the stage in high school, graduation. 2 weeks later, I went and enrolled in barber school. So barbering, I've been doing for 28 years. May 19th, make 28 years.
Cool, that's cool. So, better yet, so it was you and your three brothers, same brother that owned Brothers of Barbershop and Cuts and Styling.
Right.
Why only deal with your family in business and not venture out into for the other folks? Well, do business with
Well,
other people, I must say.
my philosophy is business is just when you're doing business, have business partners that they're like family. Y'all got to be in sync with each other. And who's better? I know a lot of people, it's not good, but me and my brothers, my family, we real close knit, and we're in sync and we're on the same page. Not saying that we don't have disputes, but it's nothing that will stop us from or deter us from the goal that we have. So we always use each other as partners.
So, what is the end goal for the brothers entourage or the brothers entrepreneurship? Well, like I know y'all purchased a couple of lots already. So, is that what the next thing is to do? What?
The end goal for us is really just, like as always, I believe in giving back to the community. I always want to. This is a community I grew up in, and it's the community that I want to put back in. And um, I can't really say exactly right what the end goal is, but that's the main goal. It's not all about making the money, getting rich, being anything like that. It's just giving back to the community.
All right. So Kevin. So all right, man. So let's kind of reverse it back, right?
Okay.
So when you and your brothers, y'all got the barber's license. So you didn't start out owning Brothers Cuts and Stylers. Didn't you have to cut for somebody or cut at the shop too?
Oh yeah. I started off with actually I started off with the lady named Miss Adams that she was our barber as kids. She
Right.
was our family barber.
Okay. So how do you go from cutting for Miss Allen behind the booth chair, cutting hair to owning a shop or just pretty much owning the business, but the shop is your business?
Well, that kind of takes us that kind of goes that question there kind of take back to the real estate that I wanted. I wanted to always own real estate or go into real estate, and it's just like owning a home opposed to renting a home. We didn't want to. We started off there to learn and learn from a more seasoned barber how it works and how the business go. But we knew when we first started there that we weren't going to stay there because we always wanted to own our own real estate. And so the shop was one of the first things. So opposed to going lease a shop, we decided to buy property and build.
Y'all build a shop from the ground up?
Yeah, bought the property and had the shop built,
I didn't know that.
plans and everything done, drawn up, and because it's all about owning real estate. At the end of the day, it's all about real estate.
That's solid. Even in the barbershop game, it still comes down to owning owning what you have, owning the ground underneath whatever you're doing.
Exactly.
So for the young business owners, the young folks who are aspiring for that, what is it the best tip that you can give to say, all right, look, it worked for me. It can work for you because I've done it and it works. You just have to fill in the blank.
What worked for me for the last 20 years is patience.
Patience.
Patience. That's the main thing. And I would tell a young barber, you can't you can't jump on what they call what's hot. And I always like to use the term lane. You gotta get in your lane, stay in your lane, and be patient. And if that's your passion, what you're working on, what you're doing, your career, if it's barbering or whatever it is, get in that lane and stay with it and stick with it, and it'll work out for you.
And you in the lane and you're in the slow lane. Everybody you know, everybody you see, everybody you feel like that should be next to you is flying 50 and you doing 30. What are some techniques to say, okay, of how to be patient? What are some things that you can say, well, you know what? This is how you build your patience. Because anything that we do, you have to learn how to do it. Patience doesn't come automatically. You know what I'm saying? Why the scripture talks about it so much.
All right.
So you wasn't born with patience. Over your 20 years of business, what things that you knew, I said, okay, I can know for a fact if I was younger, I'd have been blew past this, or I'd have been jumped into this too quickly and not known that.
Well, for me, what made me not, and I have jumped around. That's why I know. But and that goes back to, but it mainly is discipline. You got to have discipline. Got to have discipline.
Solid.
That's one thing. You got to have discipline. And not only discipline, but I go back to patience. You got to have patience and pay attention. Pay attention to the older people. Look at what they're doing. Look at their mistakes and learn from it. I always, like I tell a lot of my young clients, whatever, stop talking so much and listen. Look and listen. So that's what I did. I'm not telling anything that I didn't do. You know, we tried. I mean, of course, we jumped out there, me and my brothers, and did tried a couple of ventures, and it didn't work out. But I had to result back to what I've been watching and learning, which is patience and being disciplined and paying attention to elderly people that, or I ain't gonna say elderly, but people that's been in business or what they're doing, and successful people that I feel less successful, what they're doing, how did they get there? And so it's basically just pay attention to what they're doing and stick with what you're passionate about, and it'll work out.
All right. So when you stick it to what you're passionate about and you know it's going to work out, when do you know it's time to say, okay, it's time for me to switch that to that next gear? If I'm going 30 miles in the slow lane, when is it time for me to say, all right, kick it up to 40 miles, let's go?
I mean, now that one, that's just something inner, and I think you just have to, you know, and I'm gonna go religious, but you have to listen to God. God will let you know. I mean, when it's time for you to step out there, make that jump, you know, you can feel it. You can feel it. And if it don't work out for you, like I say, it probably don't work out to, you probably won't be successful to what you feel like, what you thought success should be. But I guarantee you, it'll be successful. You'll get something successful out of it. You'll learn from
So you guys, so for those who may not know, Kevin has started. They actually have a bikers club that gives back to the community. They had a big, humongous barbecue a couple of weeks back. Uh, what is the intention? What was the intention of starting, quote unquote, another business? Because to be honest with you, a MC or a motorcycle club is just like a business. You have to generate monies to do whatever the cycle club desires to do for their reason existing outside of riding as a group, having a good leathers on, There's something. There was a purpose there. So we can that actually can identify as what one. You got the barbershop, the real estate adventure, and the motorcycle club that you're a part, that you're the treasurer of, and part founder, right?
Right.
Where did that come about?
Oh, that just I mean, the biker club.
It's past the hobby, so don't
It
say it's
it
a hobby. It's
it
way
started
past the hobby.
it started off as a hobby, and the same guys. And I know, and I mean, we ventured off into something, you know, about the biker clubs. A lot of biker clubs. I ain't gonna really just speak on it, but a lot of biker clubs about numbers and getting a lot of people in the clubs. But the guys that's in our club is the same guys that I was rolling with before it became a club. We just wanted to make it official. Bottom line, we just said so. Like again, like I say about my brothers, which is my partner, business partners. We have disputes and all at times, but it doesn't break the club up. We get over it.
So, what is the what is the mantra for the club? What is it? Okay, I know you want to give back. Your brother always talking about wanting to help folks. So I can only imagine that everybody else in the club want to help folks, especially with the big barbecue you guys did. You just gave away food for whoever wanted to show up. Y'all also do the back to school drive where you give away school supplies. What's the next big venture that trying to help out that y'all want to try to put together?
Well, right now, what we normally do the barbecue annually. Well, actually, we plan on doing the barbecue annually. Uh, we support breast cancer survival. I mean, just as long as it's different members come up with different ways that we can come back, and that's another thing that link us together because pretty much that's what the whole club is about. Yes, it's about riding bikes and traveling and going to the biker events and all of that, but it's also about giving back, and that's one of the reasons that I wanted to link up with these guys because we're in sync. We're on the same page about giving back to the community.
It's good, good. Well, thank you so much for spending some time with me, Kevin. Man, I'm grateful. Learned a lot. Every time we discuss something, we get kind of deep and in depth to it. I'm so grateful that you gave me the opportunity after work, after the shop is shut down. Um, so, you have anything that you want to share with the folks that you feel like that you just know that they just need to know, whether it be about business, about life, about finances? The floor is yours.
Well, I mean, another thing I could say, man, if you find something you're passionate about and you know you're passionate about it, hey, stick with it, learn much as you can about it, and stay with it. Stay with it. Be patient about it, and be and discipline, and you'll be successful.
Thank you, Kevin.